Hi everyone, today I'm going to be giving you some tips and tricks on sight reading. But before we jump into that, I just want to tell you that if you really struggle with sight reading, it's totally normal. This is a skill that takes a lot of practice, and some other things might come more naturally to you. Like maybe you can play by ear a little bit better. Like once you hear something, then you can kind of figure out what's happening on the page and you can play it pretty well because you know what it sounds like. Some of us, maybe reading comes a little bit more naturally and it's harder to play things by ear. In fact, we have absolutely no idea how to play things by ear, maybe. And it's just a skill that we have to work on. So I'm going to give you some tips and tricks for sight reading, and also just want you to know that you shouldn't feel bad if you're struggling with it. It's something that you will learn with time. And here's the strategy. Step 1, we need to look at the key signature. The key signature tells you where your fingers go. We need to know where the fingers go. They need a little roadmap. So what we're going to do is we're going to memorize the order of the sharps so that if you see 3 sharps, you know what they are. If you see 2 sharps, you know what they are. If you see 1 sharp, you know what it is. So I'm going to turn this over here, and when I write this down here, you're going to take a screenshot of it. So we have Father Charlie goes down and eats breakfast. This is the order of the sharps. Okay, so screenshot. If you see 1 sharp, it's always F sharp. If you have 2 sharps, it's always F sharp and C sharp. If you have 3 sharps, it's always Father Charlie goes, F, C, and G, etc. The last sharp helps you figure out what the major scale is, but that's a story for another day. So that's the order of the sharps. The order of the flats is just the reverse. So if you see 1 flat, it's B flat. If you see 2 flats, it's B flat and E flat. If you see 3 flats, it's B flat, E flat, A flat. Or if you see 4 flats, it's B, E, A, D. And hopefully you don't have more flats than that, but if there was 5, you'd have B, E, A, D, G, or C or F, etc. So you can pretty much get away with just memorizing that the order of the flats, it spells the word bead, B-E-A-D. Okay, so that's step 1, is the key signature. From there, you can figure out where your fingers go on each string. You need to know the hand patterns for every single string that you're on. That way your fingers have a roadmap. You know if it's low 2 on the A string, or you know if it's the basic hand pattern on the A string, for example. Step number 2 is we need to look at the time signature. The time signature tells you how to feel the beat. So when we're in 6/8, for example, this one's a little bit trickier because we have 2 ways that we have to feel the beat. It's called a compound meter. So 6/8 notes. The top number tells you how many beats there are in a measure. There's 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I decide that my 8th note beat is this fast, this means that this rhythm would be bum, 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 bum. Okay, there's 6 eighth notes in every measure. So I could go much faster than that. I could go much slower than that. The time signature doesn't tell you how fast to go. Compound meter is a little trickier, like I said, because we not only have to feel the speed of the 8th note, typically we're actually feeling it in groups of 2. Here's the first group, and here's the second group. So we would think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, and you can kind of remember this because no conductor is going to stand there and bang out 6 measures, 6 beats for every single measure in the entire piece. They're going to be thinking of it in groups. And 6/8 is often a dancey meter because you've got 2 feet. Da, 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 da. A lot of jigs are in this meter. But if we compare that with 4/4, for example, this one's a little easier. Let's make it a little trickier here. I'm going to turn these into eighth notes at the end. Quarter note, quarter note, quarter note, and then 2 eighth notes there. So the upper number tells you how many beats there are in a measure. There's 4 beats in a measure, and the beat is a quarter note. And that's really important because if we run into eighth notes, we know that they are twice as fast as the beat. So here's the beat. The beat never changes. The beat is like a grandfather clock or a metronome. It never, ever changes, right? And so what you would not do is this. You would not do bum, 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 because this is the beat here. The beat wouldn't suddenly go twice as fast. So the beat would actually be bum, 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 bum. So I changed the rhythm. I sang the rhythm that's on the page, but my beat still stayed a quarter note. Let's hear that again. So we have bum, 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 bum. Not bum, 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 bum. So anyway, those are 2 really important things that you need to know when you look at something that you're going to sight read. Being able to read music is such a magical skill, and you can have that skill too. You just have to get used to looking at these 2 things before you jump into a piece. So the next time your teacher gives you something to sight read, look at the key signature, and you can tell your teacher, I'm going to look at the key signature, and okay, here's where my fingers go. And then you're going to look at the time signature, 4 beats in a measure, quarter note gets the beat. So I just got to count to 4, and every beat is a quarter note, and I never am going to change the beat, right? And 6/8 is a little trickier. 6/8, we have to count to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But additionally, we're feeling 2 big beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So when you run into a quarter note, you have to hold it for 2 eighth notes. Those are my tips and tricks for you for today, you guys. Let me know if you have any other questions about sight reading. It should take you at least a minute before you jump in to sight read something to just get those 2 little things, the time signature and the key signature. With that, I'll see you all very soon. Thanks for watching.